Welcome to the beautiful city of Da Nang, Vietnam, where the views up here are simply amazing. I get so many questions of people asking me, how much money do I spend per day on food? Let's take a trip into the city and find out exactly how much I spend on food here in Da Nang. The one thing about Da Nang, Vietnam, especially in the An Thuong area, is you'll never have a shortage of restaurants or places to eat. And they're always at great, amazing prices, especially compared back to the USA. I don't normally eat breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast person, but I'm gonna show you guys this one place that I do go to whenever I am hungry in the morning or on the rare occasions that I go to breakfast. It's a great place. It's one of my favorite local dishes that I've had here. And this is what it's called, bonnet, which is basically a sizzling beefsteak. And the place that I normally come to get it is right here at this place called Pallet. And it's always been a great price. As you can see, there's all kinds of things on the menu, but that's exactly what I'm gonna get. So they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which means we got to start off with something good, which means I'm going to choose this bonnet, which is Vietnam's version of steak and eggs for breakfast. And it comes with a French baguette. So it's basically a deconstructed banh mi. Can I get the bonnet? Okay. No pate? No. Nope. Perfect. So we just ordered a bonnet and a Sprite. So it looks like it's gonna be 55,000 or basically $2. So can't beat that. And I've had the food here before and it's pretty good. So let's just give it a few minutes and I'll show you guys this nice, amazing sizzling platter that comes out. So the food just came. Let me know what you guys think. This is right around $2. So you get your French baguette, you get your sizzling beef, and you get your fried egg. Look at that. It's still sizzling. You can see the egg is popping. And you get a Sprite, or actually I paid for the Sprite, but all this totals right around $2. And this is a very common breakfast right there. And it comes from the beef when it gets cooked. So it's a nice sauce. My favorite is to break some of this bread. Look at that. It's a little crispy on the outside and real soft on the inside. You'll dip it in here. I like to dip it in some of this sauce. Look at that. Soak up all that juice right there. Look at that. Look at that right there. Tell me that's not heaven in your mouth. Almost like a Vietnamese steak and eggs breakfast sandwich. Very good. Recently, I met up with my new friends, Mark, who's from the USA but lives in the Philippines, and his girlfriend, Claire. I thought, what better way to show them around the city and to do a daily food budget than to start off by going to the Bac Mayen street market. I've been to the street market a couple of times and it's pretty cool. It's a nice little spot to hang out at. There's plenty of cheap food, plenty of souvenirs, plenty of nice friendly local vendors. As soon as we got out of the in-drive, there's just food stalls lined up and down the market. My interpretation of this Banh Trang Nuong is that it's a Vietnamese pizza. It's made by grilling this rice paper sheet until it's crispy, and then they top it with various ingredients. I think this one came with shrimp. I didn't actually eat it, but Mark and Claire both said it was very good, and it was only 10,000 VND, which is right around 40 or 50 cents. What a deal. Before we made our way into the actual market, my buddy Mark wanted to take a look at some of these bags, and you guys know whenever you're at the market, you need to haggle and negotiate on price. The vendor wanted about $7 or $8 if I remember correctly, which is a little bit expensive, especially at one of these street markets, because these are knockoff products and you should realistically pay probably around $3, maybe $4. But he decided to pass on it. I told him there would be plenty of opportunities for bags and other souvenirs inside and outside the market. If you guys have ever seen a YouTube video inside the markets here in Da Nang, 9 times out of 10, this is probably the market you guys have seen. Inside this market, they're known for a few different things. Specifically, a lot of people come in here for the avocado ice cream. They come in here for the fresh seafood. They come in here for all kinds of different delicacies. So I wanted to just walk around and show them all the different options you can get here. If you guys ever make it out to Da Nang, I highly recommend at least stopping by this market at least one time, just to give you guys a good idea of what street markets are like here in Vietnam. They're packed with locals. They're packed with really nice people like this girl right here. And they're just filled with all kinds of things to buy. You could literally stay here for hours, not only looking at souvenirs, but they have so many selections of food. So we had to narrow down some of our choices and figure out what snacks or food we were gonna buy, but let's go get on to the food. That's what everybody's here for. I ran into this place a couple months ago. It's a Russian bakery. The owner was very nice, and I think he makes everything from scratch here. I decided I was gonna get one of these pineapple handmade pies. They're only 15,000, and that's roughly about 60 cents. What a great deal. And I never seen these oatmeal cookies here either, so I grabbed one of those oatmeal cookies, which I think was only like 5,000 or about 10 or 15 US cents. I already know how these pies taste from the time before, so I knew those were gonna be good. But this is the first time seeing an oatmeal cookie in Asia, so I definitely had to grab one and try one out. I was gonna buy one of those sausages actually, but the lady that was cooking it, I guess she wasn't interested in selling it to me, or she just didn't notice me. It was only about $1 and I didn't get to try it out, but I would recommend if you ever get a chance to try those sausages out, go ahead and pick one up. They're cheap and they smelled really good. I finally tried the oatmeal cookie and it was not bad. It wasn't the greatest cookie I've ever had. I think it was missing a little bit of sugar. I've noticed here in Asia, the sweets are just a little bit less sweet than what I'm used to back in the USA, of course, but it was still good. So after chowing down on that oatmeal cookie, I was thirsty, and luckily I found that one spot inside that was serving my favorite drink. As I told you, this is called Tratak. It is a kumquat tea, and shockingly enough, I found it for the cheapest price I've ever found it, 10,000. So right around 45, 50 cents. I could drink this tea every single day, but it's especially refreshing on a hot, humid day. It has the perfect blend of flavors. It's sweet, but it's a little bit of citrusy, like a lime mixed into it. And it has just the right amount of sweetness mixed with tart. I can literally drink a whole cup of this in one drink. It's amazing. I highly recommend Tratak when you're in Vietnam. So we decided we were gonna head out after that nice refreshing Tratak tea. We could have probably stayed here for hours longer just exploring all the fruits, the foods, and the local cuisine. I headed back to my apartment, and Mark and Claire were going back to their hotel. So we're gonna wrap up the day with dinner. And one of my favorite spots to come to for dinner is this chicken place, but I actually get the pork chop here. It's a great pork chop. I love the way that they prepare it. I love the way that they marinate it, and it's a great price. So I don't even know why I bothered to check the menu. I always know what I get at this restaurant. It's always the broken rice, the pork chop, and the fried egg. So as usual, I get the same thing. Not only is the food great here, but the owner is a very, very nice lady. If you guys ever get a chance to come out to Da Nang, I highly recommend this restaurant. It's great, it's affordable, and it's in the perfect location. So that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I basically got all the food that you've seen in this video for right under $6. So what an amazing deal for food. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I appreciate it. One more last thing, happy travels.